Hi. So, when we're talking about trauma, we're talking about healing from trauma and different techniques and raising our awareness of what's going on in our own body and our mind and in our system. One of the things that you may have heard about or that I would like to talk about is the window of tolerance, which is a helpful way to understand how trauma directly affects our ability to cope. So just to cope with our everyday life, to cope with our thoughts, our feelings, things that are going on around us, our triggers, our responses. So just imagine a window that represents a zone. Okay, it's a zone where you feel calm, you feel balanced, you feel safe, you're able to think clearly. So inside that window, you can handle stress, you can stay connected, you feel safe enough to function, to communicate, to interact. Then, when something triggers a past trauma, you may get pushed outside this window. If you go above it, you're entering hyperarousal. You may feel anxious, restless, overwhelmed, panicky. If you drop below it, you drop down into hypoarousal. So feeling numb, shut down, disconnected, dissociative, flat. So you may find that you habitually go either one way or the other, or you may find that you habitually go into one or the other in a particular situation or in response to a particular person or a particular trigger. So I guess the good news about this is that we can expand our window of tolerance with practice. So if you have had a lot of trauma, violence, abuse, if you are suffering from PTSD, any of those kind of things, you may find that your window of tolerance seems to be very, very small. You may find that you would burst into tears very easily, or you may find, people will say, oh, I've got a hair trigger temper, I just get angry straight away, or I have a really strong response and get very anxious very quickly. My heart starts pounding, and it just happens like that. I don't have time. That means the window of tolerance is very, very small. There's not a lot of warning, and there's not a lot of space to do something about it and look after yourself. But we can expand this. The nervous system responds really well to practicing techniques which teach us that we are safe and that quickly help us to regulate. So it's really good news. And we're talking about simple techniques, things like deep breathing, gentle movement. It might be swaying, tapping the hands on the upper arms, one side to the other, grounding with your senses, what you can see, smell, touch, taste, or guided relaxation to help the nervous system to settle. Any of those kind of things help us to expand our window of tolerance. So on this YouTube channel, I've been putting up quite a lot of different recordings. There is a playlist called Relaxation, which has all different kinds of meditations and relaxations and things like that. Very, very helpful. Encourage you to practice at least once a day. They're only, the ones that I've got up here at the moment are only short. They're like 15, 20 minutes at the most. Will make a big difference. Okay, but also I've got a playlist called Techniques, which you're in at the moment. So practicing these simple little techniques will make a big difference. It will help to expand this window of tolerance. So, for example, right now, just try taking a deep, slow breath in. As I talk about a lot, imagine you have a balloon in your belly and you're filling that balloon up with air. Really important that you imagine it is in your belly and not in your chest. When you're feeling stressed, you tend to chest breathe. You're just breathing up here. When you breathe down into your belly, you're telling yourself that you are safe. So taking a deep, slow breath in and gently breathing out. Just notice your shoulders dropping a little. That's how we start to come back into the window and teach ourselves that we're safe. The more that we practice these simple techniques, the bigger, the stronger the window becomes. Everyday challenges, they feel less overwhelming, and it's easier to return to a steady place after stress. So, as we just mentioned sensory regulation, we have done it in another video here on the channel, but let's just go through it again. We're talking about window of tolerance. We're talking about, you may have heard of it, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 senses reset. So we're just taking a moment to ground ourselves. You can just take a deep breath, drop the shoulders down, and look around and name 5 things that you can see. So just 5 things. Take another deep breath. 4 things that you can feel. The chair, the floor, clothes on your skin, the air around you. It could be your fingers touching your hair, whatever. Listen for 3 sounds. Could be the sound of your own breathing. Could be the sound of cars outside. Could be the sound of your fingers touching the chair or your clothing. 2 things you can smell. If you can't notice something you can smell, just think of 2 things that you like the smell of. It could be flowers and spices, the beach, whatever. And then think of 1 thing that you can taste. And again, if you can't taste anything at the moment, you just be aware of the taste inside your mouth, that's fine. Or you can think of something that you like the taste of. And then again, take a slow, deep, steady breath. Filling up that tummy balloon, letting it go. You've just brought yourself back gently into your window of tolerance. Right here, present time and space. Well done.